I'm Chase.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Michelle.
I'm Mike. And hey, check this spot out! As a family of 4, we are very active campers. We like to travel around in an RV. This channel is about campgrounds, skateboarding, surfing, mountain biking, any other sport we could find, include off-road, and we do like to go off-road in our Jeep. So we'll do reviews on any campgrounds we visit, special interest areas that families such as ours might want to visit, and off-road trails. Also, any parts on my Jeep. So if you have any questions, please ask. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications. Okay, we are at Johnson Shut-in State Park Campground in Missouri. I'm sorry I don't know the city, but we're here. Middlebrook. So you come in, there's a bathhouse over there. There's a gate, but nobody's ever here, and pretty much if you don't have a reservation, you could drive around, see if there's a spot available. The hosts are pretty good about putting little placards on the site post to say if they're available or not. We saw a couple that said available for tonight only and so forth, so if you are passing through, it is an option. There's loop 1, which is where we're at, which is just water and electric, 50 and 30 amp, sort of. Our 30 amp isn't working, so we have to use an adapter, but no sewer hookup there. But there is a bathhouse that's right next to our site. We're 110. Dump station and dumpster up there. Sorry, I'm driving off road a little bit, but there's 2 spots to empty. We'll drive our loop last because you have to drive around the whole thing to get to our site. But rabbits everywhere, all hours of the day. They're pretty neat. Honestly, they're not friendly, but they do run alongside the road as the kids are skateboarding down the road here. It looks like, in my opinion, that loop 2 is the place to go. There's 5 loops. We haven't been to loops 3 through 5, but I know one of them is a walk-in only for tents, and so forth. But loop 2 is a full hookup, water, sewer, power, and there's nothing available when we were booking. And when we drove through and we got here, they were all booked. So most of the sites are pull-through. There are a couple back ends. It is a nice campground, but I do have to point out is if you have Verizon cell phone, you have 0 service. No antenna service with our TV in the camper. We have a directional antenna. We pointed it towards the towers, but I guess the mountains kind of blocked the reception. Apparently the host said that AT&T has service here, so if you have that, you should be good. They said there's a tower on the mountain right behind the campground here. There are bike trails all over the place, basic bike trails, nothing spectacular, just a dirt road pretty much. They do have some cabins up there. You have some tents taking up a full hookup site, it looks like. That's awesome. But anyways, I guess, you know, you get the luck of the draw when you book. So they do have little pavilions like this with picnic tables and so forth, grills. All right, we'll try to loop around to some other loops real quick. So here's loop 1 where we're at. Like I said, basic loop, all the sites are pretty much the same, so whether you want to pull through or a backup. So one thing to point out is there is very limited Wi-Fi available at the front guardhouse. If you get more than about 20 feet from it, you don't have it anymore. Then there also is a camp store on property with bathrooms, decent supplies, you know, some souvenirs and stuff. They do have weird hours. It's like 8 to 11, then they're closed until like 4 or 5, then they open back up till like 8. One nice thing is there is laundry, and it's only $1 to use the machine. Washer, dryer, there's probably about 4 or 5 of each. They work pretty good. We've used them. We're going to use them again today before we leave. And there is equestrian trails, which looks pretty neat. I saw some water crossings on them, so forth. So if you're here with your horse, it should be fun. Other than that, that's about it. So if you have any questions,